The company's overseas bondholders have been jittery for the last few days over debt repayment, and the bonds have been losing value. As the debt concerns mount, Vedanta spokesperson said there is no question of default. Nigel D'Souza is here with all of those details. Nigel?
Well, the Vedanta Limited stock is under pressure as the street fears the default at the promoter Vedanta Resources end. Now, the long-term debt maturities for the next few years are a little more than $7 billion. In the first half of next fiscal, there are maturities amounting to around $900 million which are due. And since there is fear of default, the bond prices have been falling, which has an inverse relation with yields. And the promoter entity holds stake in both Vedanta as well as Hindustan Zinc, and rather large ones. The problem is that most of those shares are pledged. So the fear is that these pledged shares could possibly hit the market. Now, the trouble started mounting when Hindustan Zinc's plan to buy out Vedanta's international zinc assets hit a roadblock. This as the Government of India opposed the transaction. Keep in mind, the Government of India had roughly around 30% stake in Hindustan Zinc, and they also have board representation. Now, the proposed transaction was that Vedanta would sell its international zinc assets to Hindustan Zinc for nearly around $3 billion. That would mean the deal would be done at 10 times EV upon EBITDA, which is very, very expensive for a metal company. The other problem is it would drain Hindustan Zinc of all its cash in its books. The big question is Vedanta Resources able to wriggle out of this? The answer could probably be yes, because they could use their credit lines with banks to refinance the debt in the near term. They could also approach the Government of India, look at reworking this entire international zinc deal. The government, remember, had asked them to explore other cashless methods for the acquisition of the assets. And maybe possibly as well, Hindustan Zinc goes ahead and simply pays out a large dividend. That flows to Vedanta Resources via Vedanta Limited. Valuation-wise, well, the Vedanta stock is attractively priced at around 3.5 times EV per EBITDA. We reached out to the Vedanta spokesperson, and the reply was to CNBC-TV18's query that they are in a comfortable position to meet the near-term maturities, adding that there is no question of default, and except around 6.8% Hindustan Zinc shares, other holdings are not pledged, so there is no risk of any further selling of shares.
All right, Nigel, many thanks for those details. Now, Maiden Pharma's 2 executives have been sentenced to 2.5 years in jail for exporting substandard drugs to Vietnam. According to a Reuters report, a court in Haryana's Sonipat has ordered imprisonment for Maiden Pharma's co-founder Naresh Kumar Goel and its technical director M.K. Sharma for sending heat-burn medicine not of standard quality to Vietnam in 2014. Now, this verdict comes few months after WHO linked their cough syrups to deaths of children in Gambia.